Security of cross-border trade, supply chains, and logistics is a key priority for European customs administrations. According to the European Agenda on Security, threats are becoming more varied and more international, as well as increasingly cross-border and cross-sectoral in nature. Therefore, these threats require an effective and coordinated response at European level. Examples of criminal acts embedded in cross-border trade and logistics include tax fraud, trafficking in counterfeits, narcotics, explosives and arms, protected wildlife, protected cultural goods, hazardous waste, trafficking in human beings, and so forth. In the context of the new European Union Customs Code, UCC, customs administrations have a significant responsibility in mitigating these risks across external European borders. Due to the growing trade volumes, tightening resource constraints, louder demands for trade facilitation, as well as changing security landscape, the customs administrations are finding it increasingly complex to resolve the classic challenge of customs security. How to maintain adequate control over cross-border cargo flows and to protect citizens and societies against criminal and terrorist activities, while facilitating legitimate commerce and logistics? PAN-CP, the Pan-European Network of Customs Practitioners, is a Horizon 2020 funded Secure Society project with the vision to establish customs practitioner network which facilitates translating customs security research and innovation ideas and requirements into scalable and viable solutions, technologies, and process improvements that would help European customs administrations to overcome the challenges of the contemporary customs and border management security. The consortium consists of 13 European customs administrations, namely Albania, Austria, Belgium, Estonia, Hungary, Ireland, Latvia, Lithuania, Macedonia, Netherlands, Norway, Slovakia, and the UK, as well as 4 supporting and coordinating partners. The project started on the 1st of September 2018 and will run until the 31st of August 2023. The predefined, agreed, and committed 4 main objectives of this 5-year EU-funded project are: to derive and articulate common needs for customs security research, innovation, and standardization; to accelerate and coordinate efficient uptake of customs security innovations and related investments; to build substantial synergies and interoperability with existing European, global, and national networks of security practitioners; and to ensure long-term sustainability and success of PAN-CP Customs Practitioner Network. Vast majority of the PAN-CP innovation monitoring, user requirement, prototyping, standardization, and related work will be carried out in the frame of 6 predefined custom security themes: risk management and big data, detection technologies, laboratory equipment, security and border protection performance measurement, customs to customs and other government agency cooperation, as well as customs to business partnerships. If additional high-priority custom security themes and topics would pop up during the 5-year project, the project's scope can be expanded to cover them too. The practical work in the PAN-CP project is grouped into 8 activity tracks: user requirements, security innovation, pre-standardization, education and training materials, events and workshops, stakeholders briefings, global outreach, and long-term sustainability. Each one of these tracks consists of 1 or more tangible and measurable components. Let's take a look on relevant details of each one of these 8 PAN-CP tracks. User requirements track consists of 3 key components. 1. Ideas on user innovation needs. A large number of preliminary ideas wishes, needs, and requirements for improving custom security performance in the context of security technologies and management programs will be identified, elaborated, stored, and later prioritized in the PAN-CP knowledge management platform. Other PAN-CP components, including Information Observatory, Security Innovation Repository, Key Stakeholder Liaison, annual PAN-CP events, and resource pooling will facilitate this process. The goal is to identify a minimum of 20 ideas on user innovation needs per year, leading to a minimum of 100 ideas by the end of the project. The highest priority custom security innovation needs will be treated further as part of the user requirement repository component. 2. User requirement repository. The ideas, needs, and ultimately user requirements on custom security are prioritized and structured here as part of the PAN-CP innovation funnel process for further analysis and treatment, with the aim of producing a minimum of 25 well-defined high-priority user requirements records by the end of the project. The content in the user requirement repository will form critical inputs for PAN-CP components and technology grants, a Standardization Roadmap, and Customs 2020 technical briefings, among few other components. The detailed user requirements will focus particularly on security technologies in the PAN-CP context of big data and risk management, detection technologies, and laboratory equipment. 3. Annual studies. The purpose of the 7 annual PAN-CP studies is to provide a detailed picture of customs user requirements and current gaps in custom security-specific knowledge, technologies, and standards. During project years 1, 2, and 3, 2 parallel studies will be carried out, one on security technology theme and one on security management theme. During project year 4, an integrating study will be executed with the aim to present a comprehensive view and gap analysis across risk management, detection technologies, laboratory equipment, security performance measurement, customs to government agency programs, and customs to business partnership disciplines. It is important to note the detailed scope, priorities, and research questions for each study are discussed and agreed by the PAN-CP partners before each study is launched. Security Innovation Track consists of 6 key components. 1. Information Observatory. PAN-CP Information Observatory increases awareness of the customs partners and the broader customs community about ongoing customs security research, innovation, and trends. Continuous monitoring and quick analysis of various relevant online and offline sources, including supply chain, customs, and law enforcement websites, news, journals, exhibitions, and conferences. Security industry and research community websites, an EC DG TAXUD, DG Home, H2020, World Customs Organization, and Interport sources, forms the heart of PAN-CP Information Observatory. Next to the global monitoring and benchmarking in custom security management, processes, and technologies, special attention will be paid to emerging threats and changing custom security landscape. The goal is to have minimum 6 observatory updates per month, which yields a minimum of 360 observatory entries by the end of the project. 2. Security Innovation Repository. PAN-CP Security Innovation Repository has a twofold purpose. First, it provides an easy access to a comprehensive catalog of custom security relevant technology companies, research institutes, and their technical products. Second, it stores and shares user experiences among the PAN-CP customs administrations regarding specific products and technologies that some administrations are already evaluating or using. The goal is to have a minimum of 100 innovators and their products in the repository by the end of the first year of the project, and at least 250 innovators by the end of the project. 3. PenCP Technology Grant. PenCP Technology Grant is a core instrument for facilitating technology innovation uptake by PenCP Customs partners. 2 grants are available per custom security technology theme: Big Data and Risk Management, Detection Technologies, and Laboratory Equipment. With the grant money, the selected security innovators customize and/or field test their solutions to match the requirements of 2 or more PenCP Customs partners. The goal is that a minimum of 3 of the 6 grant implementations lead to further cooperation between the solution providers and subgroups of PenCP Customs partners. 4th, PenCP NewView Grant. PenCP NewView Grant aims at facilitating out-of-the-box thinking innovations during the 5-year PenCP project. Even the craziest appearing innovation ideas have a chance to qualify for this grant. Research institutions and university stakeholders will be invited to propose their ideas and new views on dealing with the specific problems and challenges in contemporary customs security. A special attention being paid to multi-agency and cross-disciplinary innovations, for example in customs, border guard, police context. Budget has been reserved for a total of 4 PenCP NewView grants, and the goal is to obtain minimum 1 useful innovation element for each grant exercise, fitting particularly into the PenCP Security Innovation and User Requirements Repository. 5. PenCP Innovation Prize. Starting from project year 2 onwards, the PenCP Innovation Prize brings in limelight the most innovative custom security action on discovery originated from the PenCP technology grants, PenCP NewView grants, expert reports, annual studies, or any other PenCP components and activities. Budget has been reserved for 4 individual prizes which will be handed out at the PenCP annual events. Public announcement will ensure that not only the European customs community will become aware of the prize, but also the global customs community will be well informed about the selection outcomes. 6. Expert reports. Expert reports can be triggered on demand by any of the PenCP Customs partners when a need for new information and analysis emerges, and it hasn't been covered by any other PenCP components. Following a simple call procedure, the most suitable expert is chosen to carry out the work and to deliver a report to answer the information needs in a relatively short time frame. Next to the written report, the experts are invited to present their findings at the next annual PenCP event. Budget has been reserved for a maximum of 15 expert reports. Pre-standardization track consists of 3 key components. 1. A standardization roadmap. A standardization roadmap paves the way for future standardization ambitions and activities within the customs security domain. The underlying rationale for a standardization roadmap is that it facilitates bridging the gap between customs practitioners' needs and the available technologies and services in the market. It can also facilitate joint tendering procurement in the future between 2 or more customs administrations. The aim is to have minimum 5 standardization items elaborated in the roadmap by the end of the project. 2. Pre-Standardization Workshops. Pre-standardization workshops will take place on demand when the topic is included in the standardization roadmap, requested by 4 or more PenCP Customs partners, and approved by the PenCP management team. Illustrative examples include data models and data exchange protocols between various custom security technical devices, or good practice guidebooks for custom security management programs and procedures. The goal is to organize minimum 1 formal pre-standardization workshop and 2 informal workshops during the 5-year project. 3. Resource pooling. Resource pooling focuses on sharing existing customs resources such as databases, tools, devices, or manuals between two or more PAN-CP customs administrations. Potential examples include databases concerning seized goods and concealment methods and guidebooks of customs inspections. These on-demand components can be triggered by two or more PAN-CP customs partners at any time during the project. Goal being 3 or more successful cases of custom security resources shared during the project. Education and training material track consists of one key component. Education and training materials are based on a variety of research and technical findings and lessons learned across the PAN-CP project, converted into high-quality blended learning materials, which include self-learning materials, lecture slides and notes, case studies, whiteboard animations, quizzes, etc. The raw materials flow in from PAN-CP Information Observatory, annual studies, technology grants, and expert reports, among other possible sources. The learning content is implemented in a professional learning management system platform, being made available across the PAN-CP consortium throughout the 5-year project. The goal is to have a minimum of 40 hours of new learning materials produced and thoroughly tested by minimum 30 customs practitioners by the end of the project. Events and workshops track consist of 2 key components. 1. PAN-CP annual events. PAN-CP annual events lie in the heart of PAN-CP dissemination, communication, networking, and innovation boosting agenda. In total, there are 6 such events: kickoff meeting in October 2018, and then 5 events at the end of each project, the last one being scheduled on summer 2023. A typical annual event will be a combination of consortium internal meetings, reviewing of the outcomes, successes, and challenges from the past 12 months, innovation seminar with several external partners joining, and work planning for the next 12 months, with few invited external partners. 2. Additional events. Additional events are either joined by or organized by one or more PAN-CP partners on demand basis, without a fixed upfront schedule. Examples of additional events to join include World Customs Organization Technology Innovation Forum and WCO Information Technology Conferences. PAN-CP partners may also opt to organize national or sub-regional PAN-CP events, for example, covering the 3 Baltic states, to boost communication and cooperation with the local stakeholders, including the security sector, select universities, and other government agencies. Budget has been reserved to join multiple events organized by others, as well as to organize a minimum of 14 smaller national and sub-regional events. Stakeholders Briefings track consists of 4 key components. 1. DG TAXUD policy briefings. DG TAXUD policy briefings focus on customs policy-related suggestions and recommendations to European Commission DG TAXUD, based on the PAN-CP insights and the findings. Policy recommendations to be made during the 5-year project will naturally depend to a large extent on the actual European and global political and policy landscapes, including within the customs, security, trade, and transport domains. The goal is to formulate and communicate minimum 5 concrete customs security policy suggestions to DG TAXUD by the end of the project. 2. Customs 2020 Expert Group Technical Briefings. Customs 2020 Expert Group Technical Briefings form a robust cornerstone in the two-way systematic communication between the PAN-CP Consortium and the select Customs 2020 Expert Groups, including CDTEG Group on Customs Detection Technologies and CELBIT Group on Customs Eastern and Southeastern Land Border. The PAN-CP team will collect monitoring research, prototyping, and standardization ideas, needs, and priorities from these groups, and provide them with insights and results arising the PAN-CP work. The goal is to formulate and communicate minimum 15 concrete custom security innovation suggestions to these expert groups by the end of the project. 3. Security Research Policy Briefings. Security research policy briefings communicate identified custom security research and innovation needs, potentials, and priority for EU-level security research policy makers, as well as national parties responsible for agendas on security research in the future. The research policy advice will eventually help to define a scope and specifications for future project calls, not only in H2020 and the follow-up 9 framework program, but also in possible national and/or regional security calls. The goal is to formulate and communicate minimum 10 concrete custom security research and innovation priorities by the end of the 5-year project. 4. Liaison with key stakeholders. Liaison with key stakeholders focuses on regular communication and interaction actions with select groups or high-priority stakeholders. We check minimum 3 times per year whether relevant innovation updates could be shared between the projects and the key stakeholders. The PenCP Network Plus Community online platform being a key tool to foster discussion and share the outcomes. Pre-identified key stakeholders include multiple Customs 2020 working groups and the 2 existing H2020 police practitioners pan-European networks. The goal is to have between 12 to 16 institution expert groups and/or project as integral part of the key stakeholder liaison process by the end of the project. Global outreach track consists of 2 key components. 1. PenCP website and online presence. PenCP website and online presence is all about informing and interacting with the broader European and global target audiences about progress, outcomes, and challenges related to PenCP project and custom security innovation, conveniently reaching global customs, law enforcement, supply chain, security sector, research, and academic communities. The website will be interlinked with the online community platform to facilitate the enlargement of the PenCP community by interested, vetted stakeholders. The goal is to achieve over 5,000 website views, over 50 newly registered PenCP community members, and over 50 new followers on Twitter per year. 2. PenCP Magazine. PenCP Magazine, published 4 times a year, is the flagship public face of the PenCP project towards various European and global target audiences, including customs, law enforcement, supply chain, security sector, international organization, and academic sector readers. Various distribution channels are used to reach the target audience, including direct emailing as well as multiple download options. Typical content elements in the PenCP magazine include the following: information observatory summary entries, highlight from annual studies, expert reports, PenCP technology grants and PenCP innovation prizes, and PenCP blog, guest interviews, external news, and upcoming events calendar. The goal is to have 50 regular external readers by the end of year 1 and 250 regular readers by the end of the project. Long-term sustainability track consists of 3 key components. 1. PenCP Network Plus Community Directory. PenCP Network Plus Community Directory lies in the heart of the PenCP online platform, which is used across the project to facilitate communications and interactions between all invited and vetted organizations and individuals. Next to the PenCP consortium partners, initial PenCP Network Plus Community Directory members would include, subject to their acceptance of course, pre-identified security companies and research organizations, experts line up to join the calls for expert reports, universities line up to join the PenCP NewView grant calls, Customs 2020 working group members, and existing security practitioners networks. The directory will keep expanding throughout the project, and the goal is to have minimum 200 organizations and 400 individuals in the directory by the end of the project. 2. PenCP Sustainability Blueprint. PenCP Sustainability Blueprint focuses on producing options and scenarios for PenCP to continue its existence after this 5-year H2020 funded project is over, following proven incubation and institutionalization principles and practices. Aspects to consider in the blueprint include the following: network plus community maintenance and growth, regular content update process and target audiences for specific content areas, and human, technical, and financial resources required to carry on activities. 3. Additional financing instruments. Additional financing instruments are meant to boost the exploitation of the EU Pre-Commercial Procurement Instrument (PCP) and the Internal Security Fund Instrument (ISF). Drafting of a PCP or ISF application can be triggered on demand by one or more PenCP customs partners. In addition, the feasibility of establishing an EU funding help desk for all European customs administrations is explored as part of this component. Before we arrive to the final part of this PenCP introductory animation, let's remind ourselves of the 8 activity tracks with their approximate timings. So, what is your first impression on the PenCP project? Would you be interested to monitor the project on a regular basis, or even make some small contributions from time to time? Maybe you work in a non-PenCP customs administration and would like to share your experiences with security innovation management processes, past cooperative efforts, and so on? Or maybe you are part of a research institution or technology company which has great ideas how to overcome current gaps in custom security solutions, or who has delivered promising technologies to other agencies with potential use within customs? Or maybe you are a citizen and active taxpayer who simply wants to participate in brainstorming exercises targeted to more efficient and effective custom security technology and management process in the future? No matter which organization you represent, in case you are interested to learn more about PenCP or to share your ideas with our consortium, please send us an email to pen-cp@cross-border.org or call us at +41 7658 90967.